All right, welcome to the Urban Outdoors in SoCal video. My name is Danny Milton, and today we're going to be riding the YT Decoy Core 3 Mullet version. I'm out here at the Sedona MTB Festival. I wanted to come out here to try and get on some demo rides. It's been so long since I've been able to do any demo reviews. Everybody's been shut down because of COVID. Just out here having fun. We're about to head down Grand Central on the YT Decoy. Initial impression so far of the Decoy Core 3 is it's a great bike. It's very comfortable. The EP8 motor in trail mode is giving me plenty of power to get up this short climb. It had a really, wide power band, so you didn't have to really be spinning the pedals fast to get to that, maximum assist that the bike is giving you. The bike was rolling over stuff really well. I did a couple of drops near the beginning of Adobe Jack to kind of dial in the front fork a little bit. It was really stiff when I first got on the bike. So I did this drop several times, and I dialed in the high speed, low speed at the top and the bottom. Got it feeling pretty good right now. Did the mid-trail drops sections right here. Did that a couple of times, and bike feels really good so far. So we're gonna head down the trail and see how we do. Okay, so after the first run, I'm kind of taking it easy. I'm getting a feel for the bike on the downhill part. The brakes are a little more progressive than I'm used to. They're SRAM Code Rs. I usually run Shimano XTs, which are, they're on off. You hit that brake lever and you're stopping pretty quick, where the SRAM Code Rs are much more progressive, so you have to slow down a little bit quicker or sooner than you would with like a Shimano brake. The Mullet version did really well. It rolled over rocks like crazy. I had a bad little drop off in one section and it could have gotten funky, but the bike saved me. The 29er in the front was very nimble, back and forth, no understeer or anything like that. High speed rebound might be a little bit high, but that's, it was a little chattery. So I'm gonna slow that down a little bit and go for another run. Okay, so one thing I did want to talk about really quickly is the way this bike climbs. Because it does have that 29er in the front, like I've said before, that stack height is higher. It feels to me like the handlebars are higher as well. And the only time that really came into play was when I was climbing technical sections. When you're going up a steep part and you're going through a bunch of like rock gardens and rock steps and stuff like that, for me, and I'm not the best climber in the world, especially even on my own bike, for me, what was happening with this Mullet configuration is if that tire even bounced, just like a quarter of an inch off the ground, the bike would just loop, it would wheelie on me and I wouldn't be able to climb through those sections very well. I'll show you some examples of on this, on screen right now. There is a lot of technical climbing in Sedona. Where I normally ride in, Orange County, there's not so many technical sections, so it probably wouldn't be as much of a problem. The Mullet configuration is great when you're going downhill, but just on those real, tight turns and some of those little rocky sections going up, that front tire would bounce up and I would, not loop out of the bike, but, it would come up and I'd have to stop and regain my footing and continue on the trail. So we're definitely not going to be able to get a PR time on this. Whew. Yeah, that section is chunky. Still don't think I have the front fork completely dialed in yet. Still a little chattery in the high speed stuff. The low speed drops, it's really good. That's just a tuning issue. Even though I have been told that the Fox 38 is a little bit stiffer than the 36. So that could be it as well. Yeah, see, it did great right there on that slow speed hit. We made it past that section better this time. Woo! I mean, it's a fun bike, don't get me wrong, but the Mullet configuration with the higher stack, and it feels like the bars are literally in my face compared to my Giant Rain E with a 27.5 up front. It doesn't feel as good. I mean, I know the 29er is supposed to roll over stuff better, but I don't know, it's a very different feel, and I just don't feel as confident on this bike after the first run that I did on the Canyon. But the Canyon had better brakes, and that definitely made me feel more confident. It was a Mullet as well, but I don't know, it's just, I think I would need a little bit more time to get used to this. We're gonna keep going down Grand Central here. I mean, don't get me wrong, this bike is a lot of fun, and I know I could definitely get used to the Mullet configuration, but it's definitely going to take some getting used to. Okay, so after the second downhill and going through the bottom part of Grand Central where it's real fast and flowy, the bike, I did start to get a little bit better feeling on the bike. It did a great job. You know, I adjusted the front fork a little bit, got some of those high speed bumps out a little bit. It wasn't bouncing so much in the front. I haven't had a lot of time working with that Grip 2 damper yet, but I eventually going to have one. I'm going to actually get one on my bike, so get a little bit better at that. Bike pedaled great, super nimble. You know, the back end with the 27.5 was real quick through all the stuff. The front end, no understeer or anything like that. Did much better the second run. The one thing I did notice though is with that Mullet configuration, that 29er in the front, you know, that I've been harping on it the whole time, the stack height is higher. And when I was going over some of the rougher spots but faster, like in the attack position, it didn't feel like I had enough weight on the front tire, so I'd have to lean forward more than I'm used to. It's something obviously that I could get used to if it was my bike and I had more time to spend on it. But you know, this is just a demo, just a couple of hours. I would love to get more time on one of these bikes. I live very close to YT headquarters here in, where's YT headquarters? YT headquarters in San Clemente. I'm 30 minutes away, so if anybody from YT is watching this, I would love to have one of these bikes for a couple of days, if maybe even a week, to do more, you know, to do some more extensive testing on it. You guys can just call me, you know, you can DM me on Instagram, UOSoCal, you can just leave a comment here. And yeah, just to get some more time, just to do a little bit more in depth and, you know, just get a better feel for the bike. All right, so thanks so much for watching. I hope this short review will kind of help you if you're trying to decide on, you know, if to buy this bike or a different e-bike. I did have a lot of fun. This bike was great on the downhills. It was a little bit oversized for me. This was a double XL. I would probably normally ride an extra large frame, so it did feel a little big, but like I said, that's just because of the size frame. The bike did great on all the downhill stuff, was super planted, super stable. The front tire, you know, the Mullet configuration, it didn't have any understeer at all, you know, with that 29er up front. So overall, a great ride. Hopefully I'll be able to get some more time on one of these bikes and give you guys a more in-depth review. So do all that fun stuff for me, please. Smash that like button, share, comment, subscribe. If anybody at YT is watching, please, you know, try to contact me. I would love to get some more time on one of these bikes. Last but not least, you can click one of the boxes in the corners. One will take you to a rides playlist, another to a favorite video, and you can click the logo in the other bottom corner, the Urban Outdoorsman SoCal logo, to subscribe. Thanks a lot.